Hello everyone, this is your host Suraj Savant and you're watching Motor World India. Today we're riding a very special bike that is brought to us by the Italian manufacturer Benelli. It's called the TRK 251 and this is how it looks. Definitely looks beautiful and heavily inspired from its elder sibling the TRK 502. Let's look at the design first. Well, as you can see, जो front end है वो heavily inspired है इसके elder sibling TRK से, and TRK which is heavily inspired from the Ducati Multistrada. So here we have a mini Multistrada, a quarter-liter Multistrada kind of design here. The beak here is small. The headlight have also got a bit small, but they look proportionate now. The original TRK 502X and the 502s were really heavy, but this new machine, this quarter-liter machine, just weighs around 169 kgs, and that's what makes it so special. It will directly compete with the likes of the Adventure 250 and other 250cc segment bikes in the market. By the looks, it looks like a ADV Tourer, but as you can see, it's got mag wheels down there, and this is a pure touring bike. That's what Benelli is positioning as at. Going ahead into the design, we have a new windshield here. Looks really nice, adds to the overall sportiness of the bike. As we come back, we have this 18-liter fuel tank here, which allows you to travel long distances without waiting for fuel stops. There is one thing that the KTM Adventure 250 always missed on, and here we have Benelli giving you what it missed out on. Other than that, we have a USB charger here right on the tank, though the quality of the cover there for the rubber looks really flimsy, and it's not expected from an imported Italian bike. Could have been better on that terms. If you go back, here we have the Benelli logo that you have here, and it's not a monogram anymore. It's a really cheap sticker here. When you're investing 2.5 lakh, 3 lakh rupees in a bike, you expect some premiumness out of it, and specifically when you're buying an Italian made bike. So that was something that Benelli could have got better. At least the original monogram there could have made it look better and premium. As we move ahead, we have the footrests down there. Those footrests are ADV type. You can remove those rubbers and have those spikes out, so you're comfortable specifically on the off-roads. This TRK 251 will be much more fun in the off-roads than its elder siblings, since it weighs that light. Also, in terms of power and performance, the low-end torque here is much better than 250. That is something I really loved about this bike, that it has that low-end power there to push you out, though it's not the best in class, of course. Other than that, as you come behind, you have these tail panels and pillion footrest, which have been again inspired from the TRK 251. The bodywork actually looks like a miniature version of the TRK 502s. The tail rack here, well, that looks like directly borrowed from the 502X and the 502 series of bike TRKs. But the welding here specifically could have been better. You're investing 3 lakh rupees of your hard-earned money into a bike, so anybody would expect some quality and some fit finish there. Here the fit finish on the welding sleeves is not that best. I won't call it the best in class, of course. Other than that, if you move a bit ahead, you have a little sweet hugger down there for your tires, which will avoid that dirt, specifically all that mud coming to your pillion seat. In terms of looks, overall, the bike looks like a kick-ass adventure bike, touring bike, which can take you places. But Benelli's specifically have been notorious for their quality and service concerns. For this bike too, the 251 TRK, for this bike too, the real challenge in India will be making a good name in terms of the spare parts availability, service, and the overall brand value. Now I'll tell you about the suspensions, how they work. The suspensions on the front, we have 43mm dual USD forks. On the rear, we have a monoshock suspension, and both are tuned stiff side, which is really sweet on the highway specifically. May it be bad roads, may it be any undulations, you don't feel them. The bike always is in control. You have all that feedback coming on your handlebar and your seat, so you feel what the bike is doing, where is it going. and the confidence that you get out of that stiff suspension is really nice. It gives that confidence to push it hard. Also, due to the light weight, the bike is really nimble and agile now. You can just sway it around, which was not the case with this Elder. You can sway it around, you can corner it, you can do everything you want with a tourer bike. But it's a tourer bike, don't forget, not an adventure bike. Because end of the day, it's got mag wheels. Also, the tires that we have on these are a Metzeler M5 series. The same tires we have seen on KTM Duke 390s. So the tires too are super soft compound and road biased. In terms of braking, we have a 280mm disc up there in the front and a 230mm disc out there in the back. But both lack bite. They are pedal discs. They're supposed to cool better and give you a better performance. But the actual bite and braking is not that satisfactory, and I would have expected something better out of it. In other things, specifically the switch gear, the buttons seem cheap. I mean, when you touch them, when you feel them, the overall working is not really that premium. It does not seem like you are holding a premium bike in hand, and that is something that Benelli could have done better here. Other than that, what have they done? That they have put in a new LCD cluster there for instrumentation. So now you have a LCD unit here which displays you the tachometer, basically the odometer, the trip meters, the digital clock, the digital fuel gauge, and there's the engine hitting bar. That's it. There's no Bluetooth connectivity, there's no trip to empty, there are no other features like battery indicators, battery health or voltage indicator, which the KTM, its a direct competitor, does have. So you might be thinking that the instrument cluster doesn't have any buttons or any switches to change modes. Well, there is. It's here. And what does this do? Well, this button helps you toggle between the odometer, trip A and trip B. How cool is that? And that, what could have been better simply? Well, the fit and finish, simply put. The seats here are really nice. They have a really nice coat over them. They are really comfortable too. So the ride overall will always be very comfortable. They don't let water seep into it or stay onto it. That is another good feature. But would somebody really buy a bike only for the seats and suspension? That's a question that you have to answer. The TRK comes out as a really good city bike, or a bike somebody would want to own only for the design part. Performance, simply put, is not up to the mark that you would expect out of a 2.5-3 lakh bike. Since we are speaking about the performance, let me tell you about the engine now. As you can see, this is a single cylinder 250cc engine. Power figures generated by the engine are 26 PS of power and around 21 Nm of torque, which if you compare with KTM is really low. In terms of riding, well, the bike manages to push itself up to 128-130 kmph, which is, I would say, okay, not the best in the class. That's in terms of top speed. But when you actually ride it, the gear ratios are very short. You'll feel you need to keep on changing gears at really small intervals. You reach the top gear at around 65-60 kmph, and then it's a relaxed, laid-back ride. The bike does feel underpowered at times, but to extract all that power from this bike, you need to push it harder. All that power starts coming up after 7,000 RPM, which it takes a long time to really reach. That's in terms of power. In terms of mileage, the company is claiming somewhere around 30-35 kmpl of fuel mileage, but we have been testing it since yesterday. We have done around 120 kilometers and around 7 liters of fuel has been used. So that technically gives us a mileage of around 20-25 kmpl max, and that is a mix of city and highway riding. Yeah, we were pushing it, but then again, I would have expected better mileage figures of a 2/4 liter bike. It's not that heavy either. It's not that fast either, but it surely sounds really beautiful. How beautiful? I'll show it to you. So yeah, yeah, the engine literally roars. The engine literally wants to roar. In terms of performance, the performance is very similar to what the KTM Adventure provides. It's very linear, it's straight, there are no surprises. Even if you whack that throttle hard, there are no surprises. The bike behaves very maturely and will take you where you want with ease. It's not that it's way too powerful and it might get out of control. There's nothing as such instances in here. The bike manages itself really well. Though there are a few things that Benelli could have done better, specifically in terms of fit and finish. One thing is the fairing. The front end seems to be a bit off and it looks to be tilted to the left. As I mentioned earlier, the welding edge is here, and specifically the technology. If you are competing in the 250 segment and you have competitors with Bluetooth connectivity and all these modern features in your bike, navigation support, call support, message support, this bike, the TRK 251, has none of it. So that is something that could have been better. Moving ahead, let's get into the bike's braking and how these tires give you confidence. Well, they're Metzelers, the same Metzeler M5s that you have seen in the KTMs. So the bite is excellent, the grip is excellent. You can wave it around the tarmac, you can do corners, hard corners, the bike won't leave its position. But braking, well, braking could be better, as I said. The bite is lagging there, and that is something Benelli could look into and tweak and tune to get the bite right. But the overall feel and bite is not that great. Overall, the TRK feels like a really good package, but it's too little too late, I feel. Since we are in 2022 and we have bikes with all the modern and latest technologies at a price tag that is much lower than this. Benelli could have made this package much better, which would have attracted more customers. Of course, even now it looks and rides like a good machine. But then again, buying is not the only part of a motorcycle. You need sales, you need after sales, you need service, and you need reliability. And these are a couple of things that the Benelli brand has been missing out on since its beginning in India. The brand has changed different owners. There are different owners that have come in, and right now the brand is currently owned by the Prince of Hyderabad. Another interesting fact, Benelli the company is an Italian company, but do you know where these are manufactured and who owns them? It's the Chinese. So basically there's a company, Chinese company, that actually now owns Benelli, and the product is a Chinese product. If you look at the battery also, it's made in Zhenghua, that's a province in China. So as a whole, the bike as a package looks really sweet, rides good, but as I mentioned, there are a few niggles. What else was something that I did not like? Well, when you start the bike, like I am doing it now, can you look into it? These vibrations, these is something that could have been better. It's a BS6 bike, it's a 250cc imported Italian bike. Such vibes are not something that is expected out of a brand, out of a motorcycle of this segment and this class. So there are a few niggles, but nothing is born perfect, as they say it. I hope and I am sure that the engineers at Benelli will surely look into all these things and see how they can iron these issues out so that the TRK can finally take the leap that it plans to. But does it justify the 2.51 lakh price tag? Well, I feel it doesn't really justify it. What do you feel about it? What are your feels? What are your views on this TRK and Benelli company? And what do you think can this bike do for Benelli? Will this be the bike that actually gets Benelli the turnaround it actually is hoping for in India? Will it allow Benelli to enter the Indian mass segment? Well, that's something only time will tell you. If you need to know anything else, you can just write there in the comment section and we'll get back to you. If there's anything else that you would like to know from us, please write there in the comment section. Also, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video with your friends, so that everyone who is planning to invest their hard-earned money on something like this, they should be informed of what the bike is actually, and then of course it's a personal choice. They can go ahead with buy this bike or not buying this bike. But my job was to inform you of all that is happening with this and all that the bike consists of. That's all I've done here. That's all my job was. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Surat Sawant signing off. Take care and have a good day.